And race number 9 features a very promising galloper who's come up at a very short price. It's over the 1200 metres. It's a Class 3 race in Nakoni County. Comes to Sha Tin for just the second time. Super Fortune likely to go forward again. Smart Idea raced wide first up across at Happy Valley. Singapore Sunshine 4 trials this time in. Satirical Glory raced under the same name for John Sargent. Raced over the 1600 and was victorious at Scone and Eagle Farm. Charmander raced under the same name for Mark Walker. Won over 1200 at Awapuni, 1400 at Matamata. Dinkum was Jester for Chris Waller. Winners at 1200 and 1400 at Ballarat and Pakenham. Beauty Eternal comes up in grade. 2 horses that like to go forward, a super winner in Wine and Science. Patch, he flew home last time to run third behind Packing Treadmill, Tom.
And he's drawn nicely here again, but did miss the start last time out. Super Fortune should go forward, but he's just been struggling to see out his races. There's always one there to beat him at the end. Wine should get a good run. Super Winner, they didn't actually lead with him last time out. He never got anywhere near the pace that did Super Winner. And one of the newcomers, Paul Dinkum, drawn a little awkwardly in 10.
Yeah, he's shown a bit of pace in his trials. Science Patch is a query because he did miss the start last time. Good Buddy will need some luck from his wide draw.
Well, the focus for race number 9 is going to be all about one horse, and that is the very impressive first start winner, Beauty Eternal. Nick Child with his jockey, Zach Purton.
Zach, Beauty Eternal created a rather impressive impression last time out. You must have been quite taken by that.
Yeah, it was a good effort. Obviously, he drew wide, couldn't get in, and did a really good job. He bashed up a lot of slow horses, but he looked good doing it.
Seemed to travel well throughout the race, Zach. Was that something that sort of impressed you, or did that take you by a little bit surprised with him, given it was his first run?
He travelled a little bit too keenly in his trials, so I thought that he might want to roll along a little bit in the race, but obviously I thought I'd have cover, and having to hold him back off the heels of a horse in front of me, but he certainly didn't see any cover out where he was.
He has had a recent trial. Talk me through that, because he was prominent throughout but looked at the line strong.
Yeah, he slipped a little bit when he came out, and then obviously rolled forward, and as you've seen the trial, when he got on the bit, he got his head down and really wanted to go, so that's a tendency he's got at the moment. At race speed, hopefully he can just start to put it together a little bit more, so we're just wanting to break cleanly and just get into a nice rhythm and give him his chance again.
Kind of barrier this time around. I guess that's certainly going to be a positive as well. Yeah,
I haven't studied the race yet, so I'm not sure what type of position we're going to take, but that will also depend on how he begins, and C+3 can sometimes be tricky, and obviously we've had a little bit of rain this week, so the track might be a little bit funny as well, so there's a few things to think about.
One stallion that's really making his name here in Hong Kong through perhaps one horse in particular is Star Spangled Banner. He's another one. You obviously ride California Spangled. Any sort of similarities between the pair?
They've both got lovely actions. They both move really well. They cover a lot of ground. Yeah, it's they're nice to sit on, and they're both doing well.
You must love pulling Patrick Kwok's colours on as well. Obviously some good memories in those silks.
Yeah, of course. Whenever I can ride for the family, I always appreciate that. Got a lot of history there, and hopefully I can deliver for them again, and hopefully this horse can just continue to progress as he goes, and who knows where he's going to end up.
It's the Kwok family race day for Sa Ladies Purse, so the beauty horses will be out in force. Super Fortune, Paul. He's going to be on the pace, but as Tom said in the speed map, he just keeps finding 1 or 2 to beat him.
Yeah, but he's found good horses to beat him, like Packing Treadmill, Oriental Smokes beat him a couple of times. Look, he's going to be in front again, but I think there'll be one to beat him once again. But I think he'll be placed. I think he's a dead set Quinella horse.
Yep, he's in there for sure. He always gives you a good sight off the front. It'll be there for a fair way. It's just the last sort of bit that tells for him. Super Fortune, he's definitely in on a minor line. Science Patch, you can see him running on between runners there. That was a big effort. And I think Good Buddy, where he got to in the run there was a long way back. I think he's a certain chance in this race too.
Slightly better draw for Good Buddy too. Barrier 14 down to barrier number 8. Smart idea, Tom. This is his first up run at Happy Valley. He had no luck. Switches courses. He's never won at Sha Tin, but he's been very competitive. 5
placings from 8 starts at Sha Tin, either second or third, but hasn't broken through just yet. 4 wins, of course, at Happy Valley. I thought the run last start was pretty good to first up. He fought on reasonably well after he covered some ground.
Yeah, I thought it was a good run. And then the 2 starts ago, he did run second at Sha Tin behind Beauty Charge as well. I've included him on a one-on-one.
Beauty Eternal just too good for them again.
I think so, yeah. Look, I've got that as a Quinella or forecast, as you like. I think it's one of the better ones of the whole day, which is Beauty Eternal and Super Fortune, 9 to beat 2. Science Patch, it was a big run from him last time, and Smart Idea, 9, 2, 12 and 3.
Yeah, he was most impressive on debut. They don't do that often, 4 wide, no cover and to deliver like he did. So that's the reason he's at 1.5. Elite Taxi Driver will tell you that. Super Fortune goes in. A big effort again from him. Just finds a couple to beat him. Good Beauty's in. Good Buddy, rather, is in. His run was pretty good last start from a long way back in Science Patch. Hopefully he can get away cleanly. So 9, 2, 6 and 12.
And there you have it. Another early short price favourite for John Size in race number 9 as well.